4 pillars: gratitude, commitment, communication, and love. I want to talk about each of these pillars, and at first I would like to talk about gratitude. We both need to say an enormous thank you to all of you for your presence. For parents, for brothers and sisters, for friends and family, and for the all awesome connections we've made in the last 10 years. This celebration is not only about us and having achieved 10 years together, but it is a celebration of this amazing circle of friends that we've built since then. I want to take a moment and look around the room and be mindful of the fantastic people at all these tables. Thank you for being here. There were many drunken nights.
As one now.
I know, right now. I know. Sauce, Mom. Sauce. There were many shoulders cried on, talks, food shared, many laughs. This celebration is yours. Well, that was easy now. Now comes the hard bits, thanks. I'm so grateful to my parents for challenging me not to come to London in the summer of 2003. I was gagging for it and I didn't come. But they convinced me to come in the summer of 2004 when I finished my studies, and they said, look, you're gonna be good, you don't need to come back, just finish, do it, and go. So I did that. Because otherwise, if I wouldn't have done that, I might not have met the special Dutchman that I found.
Poopy!
My parents have been perfect. They always taught me, not only me, but my brother and my sister, very good core values: honesty, transparency, and the concept of sharing. I want to give a special thanks to my mom and to my sister for coming. I love you so much, and I know that it's an everyday challenge to build this relationship from far. Mãezinha, Cris, muito obrigado por estarem aqui. Muito. É muito importante a presença de vocês. É uma pena que o Marcelo e o pai não puderam dividir isso com a gente, mas nós estamos lisonjeados com a presença de vocês. Muito obrigado. I want to say a huge thank you to Luke, Anne, Ning, Yas, and Senna, my in-laws, for accepting me into the De Jong clan with no restriction, with so much love. From the outset, you treated me as a member of your family. Jullie hebben geen idee hoe lief jullie zijn. Het is heel belangrijk voor mij te weten dat je een andere familie ook heeft als je eigen familie zo ver zit. Heel leuk, bedankt. This might be a bit weird, but I would like to say a huge thanks to London. This vibrant, electric, busy, grey, and fun place to live. And fun place to live. It's where we've met. It's where we became grown-ups, well, kind of. Where we achieved so much, and the place that gave us all we have. So thank you. We always talk about leaving London. Oops. Where we would go, when, etc. But we just don't seem to be able to do that. You were all invited here today because you're special and we love you. Yes, thank you, Dirk. Thank you. You were all invited here today, for example, Dirk. Thanks. Because you're special. We love you. But I really need to say a special thanks to a few people that helped us to make this a special day. Ben. Our bosom friend. We put you in the spot today, Soz. And you did it splendidly. Splendid. Splendid. Yeah. Thank you for the words. Thank you for being our friend. We love you, and we'll always make sure you know that. Freddy, you're right there too.
What is this?
Where is she? Fee. Fee. You are a ray of sunshine. When we first met, sorry, I'm gonna make you cry and I don't care.
Go for it.
When we first met, I was not actually meant to like you. You took my fucking job. But it seems that fate had already decided otherwise. We were meant to share many laughs and experiences. Your presence is your power. Thanks so much for organizing our day today. It only takes one anal planner organizer to know another anal planner organizer. Thank you. I'm doing this. Juliana. Soz. My beautiful and loud Jew. You are the rock we can turn to whenever we need support. And you are also one of the people which I've had the biggest laughing fits of my life. Thank you for being you. Thank you for sharing so many ideas. Thank you for being our side and talking things through. Thank you for bringing Bella to our lives. Thank you, Lou, too. You were there as well, of course. And thank you so much for stepping up today and officiating. You know you're special. If I could, I would want to say a special thanks to each and every one of you, if I could. Because if you're here, and many other people that we did invite, it's because you share history and you've helped us be who we are today. Thank you so much for our friends and family that traveled from far. We have people from Brazil, from the US, from Holland, from Switzerland, from South Korea. Wow. You should know that we have 14 different nationalities in this room. Thank you. We are so flattered and we feel so much love. Thank you. So we're going to move on to the second pillar, which talks about commitment. A relationship is something you should work on every single day. Many of you know, many of you are in long-term relationships and it's hard. And it's not always hard, but it's... I tried to fix it, but it was too late. In my view, is good. In my view, the word commitment should always come together with the word relationship. You try things, you get it right, you get it wrong. You review decisions you've made, you talk about it, you learn, you move on. But whichever dynamics you have in your relationship, you should never lose sight of the purpose or the motivation of your relationship. Why are you together? Most of you know that things moved quite quickly for us. Julian already mentioned earlier today. From first meeting to getting married, it was a matter of 9 months. Yes, it was quick. To us, however, at no point did we feel that things were rushed and that we were doing things under pressure. Things just seemed to find a place and happened naturally. Our motivation was and is pretty simple. To be together, no matter what. We have never lost sight of the commitment we've made to each other. When we started talking about getting married 6 months after we first met, oops. The only thought we had was we wanted to be together all the fucking time. Thirdly, communication. So, we did get married. We did. Yes. On a hot summer's day in Utrecht in the Netherlands. Yeah, Utrecht. Yeah. And it's been awesome. Really. But we also had times of turmoil where we thought it might be the end. Some of you know that things were too hard and that we lost the connection. Some of you were there and some of you saw that. Most people have heard of the 7 years each, right? It was not different to us. But we found ourselves drowned by our own worlds and drama, unaware of what was going on and why we were growing apart. Shut up. But thanks to heaven, and in the middle of hell, we realized that we were screaming to one another in different languages and trying to get each other's attention. But ultimately, what we were saying to each other was, I love you, and I'm not only here to be loved, but to love you back. Such experiences put our communication skills to the test. Oh boy, they did. They test how we read each other and how we demonstrate appreciation to each other, which is something that seems to be really hard. We are very easy to point out the flaws to our partners, but we never say what is actually good to our partners. So recently, I made a challenge of the 21 days challenge to only say nice things about my better half. I failed twice, and I had to restart it. But you should all try. I like to think that Erwin and I have become pretty good in the communication skills. So on the 28th of February, we moved together, and only 2 months after we first met. So we were living together 2 months after we first met. That's pretty crazy. We've been judged for it. But we went to live in Dollars Hill in a studio flat that was hot as fuck. On top of a fucking chicken shop. I remember our first meal. We were sitting at this ugly round table and eating the chicken from the shop in the and I said to him, I'm a man, really? I don't have a sixth sense. I don't read in between the lines. So if you want something, you need to tell me. And if you don't want something, you need to tell me too. So, of course, over the years, we've learned how to pitch our ideas to each other. Some of them are quite interesting, actually. but we were never satisfied until things were not candid enough. So, if you want my advice, I lose a sheet, I lost a sheet, so if you want my advice from 10 years of marriage, learn how to talk to your better half. It will take you places. So obviously, finally, love from the 4 pillars. I never thought about getting married, or having a family. When I came to London, I just wanted to have an experience abroad, check as many men I could, see the world, improve my English, and enjoy myself. And with no warning, I've met the most handsome, sexy, smart, kind, and stubborn man you could ever think of. Thank you for accepting me the way I am. For making me see more clearly. For making me laugh, for making me feel loved, for pushing my buttons. For challenging me all the fucking time. For growing up with me, for being happy and sad, for being grumpy and understanding, for being impulsive. You know you are. For all the good times and for teaching me that there's always a way. None of these amazing things in our lives would have happened if we were not together. And we know that. We have been to all 5 continents. We've met the most amazing people. Fuck, look at this. Look at this room. Thank you. We bought a house, we've grown professionally and personally. We faced hard times and we shared many more fun times. Life makes more sense and it's much more fun because we're always together. A friend once told me, Pedro, you can say that to Stefan. He said that to us, to me. A friend once told me, it's evident that you both spend an awful lot of time together. And it's true. We dedicate and invest a lot of time on each other. We define each other. There is no Mau without Erwin. And there's no Erwin without Mau. Amongst friends at work, we are an institution. It's a set. We come in 2. And we're never shy to refer or mention one another wherever we are. My puppy, you're the best. You're my everything. You're my mortadella. And I want to dedicate my full self to building a meaningful, rich, enjoyable, loving life with you. Being with you always felt right, and I want to be nowhere else but right here. I love you so much. So I want everybody to raise your glasses and toast to gratitude, commitment, communication, and love. Thank you.